Welcome, everyone, to Week 9 Lineups Show. We've got a great Browns-Bengals game. I'm playing it loose and fast with the term great. I'm hoping that we can get Jeremy Hill in the end zone right here on this drive. That would be glorious. I'm sick of seeing Tyler Eifert touchdowns right now.
More Eifert.
I would love it. Share the love with Jeremy Hill just a little bit for me. Get Gio Bernard off the field, please.
No.
And
Gio.
And yeah, that would be lovely.
Give it to Gio.
That would be lovely. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Alex, what's going on with you over there? Anything? Any leaking revelations that you have for us before we dive into the lineups?
Revelations? No, but there's a lot of should have been cheaper running backs that are starting this week that I still kind of like, even though they're a little higher priced than I would like them to be.
Yeah, we mentioned on Tuesday, it seemed this was different than normal because they kind of like D'Angelo, for example. I don't have it in front of me right now, but
they all happened mid-game. So you knew, when they set the prices, they knew these guys were going to be out. As opposed to
that's true.
When it normally happens, it's we find out Monday he's not playing. All of a sudden, we have a brand new starter for nothing. Like the Carlos Williams.
Yeah, so D'Angelo was bare minimum. D'Angelo was bare minimum. $3K last week. Now he's all the way up to 55.
Yep.
Ridiculous. Jeremy Langford.
He's proven when he's starting that he is legit.
Oh, no, I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying it's crazy to jump from last week to this week, but
they're treating it
I do have to say I appreciate it, though, because at least this way I'm pretty sure we won't see a 60% ownership of D'Angelo Williams like we did with Carlos Williams a few weeks ago, like the one you mentioned, right? When he was 3,800 starting in place of LaShawn?
Yeah, he was 34. Or 36, something like that.
Even better, yeah. We're not going to see that with D'Angelo this week, luckily enough. So, good and bad. Pete joining us soon. So as soon as he hops in, we'll get to our lineups. I think we'll wait for Pete for another few minutes to actually do game lineups. But in the meantime, Alex, how would you like to play Who's Your Bay?
I'm down. Who's Your Bay?
All right. I'm going to give you a question at quarterback. I'm going to start at quarterback, and I'm going to ask this because of Chris, the Listener League winner on Tuesday, right before he dropped off. And I've asked a few buddies during the week thus far. Big Ben at 6,600 hosting Oakland, or the other side of that game, Derek Carr at 5,500.
And Derek.
Everyone has gone Derek. Legit.
Dude,
everyone I ask has gone Derek.
This offense without Le'Veon, I know it was okay when Ben was still alive before he went down. But, man, without Le'Veon, the running back is going to run more. D'Angelo Williams runs more than he catches the ball. Le'Veon usually accounts for 50 to 100 yards just through the air, just to help Roethlisberger out by itself. So you're losing that without Le'Veon. Plus, at Carr's price against this defense, there's no way he's not hitting value. Where Roethlisberger, maybe he doesn't hit value. So with Carr, I think there's a better value floor and a better value ceiling. Maybe not better floor or ceiling, but as far as value per dollar is concerned.
The cheaper price is what sells it, what you're saying.
No. Not, I mean, if
they were what you just said.
I don't know. I guess that's kind of what I said, but I think unless it was only a $200 difference, I'd still lean Carr. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Interesting. Now, let's go away from football for a second. I'm gonna ask a question because right before the show I ate a Kit Kat. I stole from my son's Halloween candy and grabbed a Kit Kat because I was favorite Halloween candy. Go.
Me? Probably. Sorry, I just got a very terrible trade offer. Favorite Halloween candy? I'd probably go Reese's. Dude, it's like making my brain explode. Do you want to hear this trade offer?
Reese's Cups, Reese's Pieces.
Cups, dude. What's wrong with you? Is that a question?
Dude, Reese's Pieces are the shit.
Dude, Reese's Pieces are okay. Reese's Cups are what legends are made of.
Now, I will say this, though, and I'm curious on your opinion. The Reese's, you know how they do like the Reese's footballs or Reese's eggs? I like those better than the Cups.
No. Sorry, I can't give you that one either.
Wow, you're a classic guy through and through, apparently, then.
Dude, I have a recipe to make a giant Reese's cup. And I've been meaning
just one big cup.
No, like I'm serious.
I'm
like,
gonna need that recipe.
Twice the like bigger than my computer. Reese's cup.
I'm gonna need that recipe, please.
I will find it and I will send it to you.
Beautiful. Now give us your terrible trade offer.
Oh my god, are you ready for this? Oh my god, it's like almost embarrassing the fact that I'm getting this trade offer. Hold on, I want to see if I can find the first one he sent, and then I'll tell you what I responded with, because this is starting to become a joke. So I posted on our little board because this is an immediate ad drop league. So recently I've picked up D'Angelo Williams and McFadden and Stevie Johnson because fuck everybody.
Dude.
So this kid proposes to start. He proposes, I give him McFadden, he gets Golden Tate. Or I get Golden Tate. And I laughed. I responded with LOL. So he hasn't responded. So immediately after, I sent him my dick trade, which actually isn't that big of a dick. At least it has some sort of like, maybe it could work. All right, so it's a 2-quarterback league. So I offered him McFadden and Tannehill for Brady. Because I was like, if you're going to insult me, I'm going to insult you right back. He just shot back right when you asked me that question. He shot back with, hold on, this is like embarrassing. He shot back with Golden Tate with Victor Cruz for D'Angelo Williams.
What is wrong with this guy? Why is he in your league? First of all, why are you playing with clearly either doesn't know football or doesn't care about the league? It's one or the other.
Because this is my like ridiculous league that like I find the most fun just because it's so different, but like regular fantasy players hate because it's so weird. It's 2 quarterbacks, 2 flex, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, tight end, defense, kicker, 3 IDPs, where the IDPs score like their wide receivers. So it's a very weird league. But still, like, what is this? Like,
you need competent people in the league. You need competent people to make a league fun.
Because it's so weird that like the commissioner has such a struggle finding people that like playing this league. Like I brought one of my friends into the league this year, and he texts me once a week saying how stupid this league is, and he's leading in points, and he still hates the league. Like he has Rashad Jones, who's returned a pick 6 in the past 2 games. His pick sixes get you 20 points in this league.
Jesus.
Right? It's like 8
That's
points
ridiculous.
for a pick, 12 points for a touchdown. That's the league.
That's ridiculous.
So like it's hard to get people to stay or care. So like we have these owners that are just like, yeah, I'll play, and I get that.
So
should we take
pathetic.
a poll?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan, but yeah, it's getting me upset just hearing that and like having to deal with that league. I don't want to deal with it.
Dude, and my team is so stacked. It's genuinely scary.
Well, it sounds like you're playing with Smurfs. I mean, I'd hope you'd be stacked and hope you'd be running away with the league right now.
In this draft, I drafted Danny Woodhead in the 17th round out of 22.
That's very nice. How many people are in this league? 6?
12. Dude, it's 12. These people.
There's no way that's a 12-person league.
I swear. It's so bad.
So you're playing with Papa Smurf is basically what you're saying.
No, but like, right, so there's like 6 of us that are really good, and the other 6 like don't care or suck. This kid is one of the shitty kids.
That's not fun.
I know. I don't like
It's
it
not
because
fun.
that gives when not everybody's competitive. It gives other people a chance to catch up to how good my team is, and I don't like it. Like I have Julio, A-Rob. I now have D'Angelo, McFadden, Woodhead, Ivory, Charkandrick, Eifert, Ryan, and Tannehill as my 2 quarterbacks. Like,
so we have somebody chipping in on the favorite Halloween candy, and that's Random Roamer, and he's saying Almond Joy is the best Halloween candy.
I like Almond Joy, but I'm not going to call it the best Halloween candy.
I say nay. There's no way that's the best Halloween candy. You've got so many better ones. Butterfinger, M&M's.
Stop with the Butterfingers. Dude, M&M's aren't the best.
Out of your mind?
M&M's wouldn't. You can't consider M&M's. They're the most common, so you can't consider them the best Halloween.
They're delicious. Well, so are Reese's Cups. I mean, everything we're saying is the best. Is a common candy.
All right, you want to know
the only real candy around Halloween is candy corn, and that sucks.
My more unique Halloween candy that you can get.
Okay.
On Halloween, 100 grand bars.
I don't feel like I've seen one of those in 10 years.
I had one on Halloween. It was amazing. I was at my cousin's house going to the Met game, and they had a 100 grand bar.
Good for you, then. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
The one thing that I wish I saw more during Halloween are 2 things. Fast breaks, which were like one of the best creations of all time.
Wow. Yes.
Because it also combines the attributes of Reese's with other things.
With other stuff. Yes, absolutely. Love fast breaks.
Another one of those like crazy concoctions is whatchamacallits. Love.
I can't say I ever really liked. I can't say I was a real big fan of those.
I love one of my favorites.
I used to love the sour stuff, like the sour straws or the sour belts. Those things used to be the shit. Like any a candy store used to love those.
When Warheads got popular, I was like a kid, and I loved those things.
Oh yeah,
dude,
Warheads, the sour one,
insane when you were a kid.
Those were the best. Absolutely agree there. That was really good. Wow, someone just said frozen lifesavers. I've never tried that, but I'm sold. I'm going to try that.
Gummy ones are like the regular lifesavers. That's a very serious question.
Please,
because the gummy ones frozen, I can understand. That's awesome. That makes a lot of sense. But the regular ones, I'm not really so sure because they're already they're hard candy.
They're already hard.
Yeah,
gummy. He says. So yeah, there you go.
And also, everything that I'm saying is better when you leave it in the refrigerator. Clearly, any chocolate,
definitely better chilled.
Dude, we used to freeze Snickers bars like religiously, so that I would be able to have one a day.
Very good. That was very good as well. All right, I'm starting to get hungry again, so let's dive into a cash game lineup. I need to get away from talking about Halloween candy and talking about your crappy Smurf league was not making it any better. So
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to share out my screen, and we're going to go through a cash line. And when Pete joins, we're going to have to repeatedly tell him it is a cash lineup. So let's just keep that in mind.
He never understands. It's so funny. It's so funny that he doesn't get that it's what cash is anymore. He doesn't really play cash as much, but because he's we had a long talk about this, how he's been making his money playing tournaments. And
hey man,
after what I did After what I did last week, I'm kind of leaning towards him as well. What he's doing, because
I mean, that's where you're going to win the most of your money, but you're also going to lose the most of your money there too. So,
that's why I still like having cash, because it's still fun.
Yeah, I like him. Ideally, what I do is do a 3-to-1. I'll do.
See, I used to do
75% to 25% cash to GPP. But not, most of the time I don't end up doing that because I get caught up in doing a GPP lineup, and I'm guy too. So I submit 2 lineups and end up, way out of proportion, maybe 50-50. But in an ideal world, I've got 75-25.
Hello, Pete. We were just talking about you.
Oh, what did I do now?
Hey,
That we're
welcome.
making a cash lineup, and we're gonna have to repeatedly remind you about your picks that they are cash, not tournament.
Ah, okay. Well, I've got my cash lineup ready. Are you guys ready for
You
it?
made a
It's
cash
awesome.
lineup?
Yes. Okay. So at running back, we're going to play Todd Gurley and Todd Gurley. Okay. So my two running backs. Got that.
Todd Gurley and Todd Gurley.
At quarterback, we're going to play Todd Gurley. And no, you can actually play Tyrod at quarterback. I'm okay with Tyrod.
Ah, God.
Thank God.
No, so where are you
No,
guys
wait,
at? Have we started the lineup yet? Have we actually started it, or did I?
No, we actually were just about to start, and then you
No, we were just starting and just going over the fact that we had to remind you it was cash.
One can say my timing was perfect.
Pete, you missed the
Yes.
terrible trade offer that I got in my Smurf League.
I guarantee the
No.
one that I just declined was worse. But go ahead.
Let's.
Golden Tate and Victor Cruz for D'Angelo Williams.
Yep, mine was worse.
Really?
So I offered this guy straight up, all right, so I have Christine Michael, and I kind of want to just drop him, but I also have ridiculous wide receiver depth. I have Julio, Marshall, Macklin, Devontae Adams, and Diggs.
Hold on, time out. Mark, you can't share your screen when you're doing things like this.
Oh, I'm going back and forth, huh?
Go
My
ahead.
bad.
At least he got off that one side involving dwarves.
Right?
So,
Oh
yeah.
shit! You saw that?
Well, you got to be careful with those screen shares. So I offered
That's my
him,
bad.
and he's got like 4 starting running backs. His worst starting running back is McFadden. So I made him 2 offers. I offered him straight up Macklin for McFadden. His receivers are terrible. His best receiver right now is Sammy Watkins. Okay, and that's not I'm not joking, because he lost Keenan Allen and he lost somebody else good. So I offered him straight up Macklin for Darren McFadden, who's like his running back 4. And then I offered him straight up Diggs for McFadden. And he immediately declined
That
both.
much for McFadden?
I need a running back. My receivers are sick. You can only play 3 receivers max, 2 in a flex.
But
I've got Julio, Marshall, Devontae. My receivers are sick. So he auto declines both of them, instantly declines them within 2 minutes, and fires back Giovanni Bernard for Julio Jones.
oh my God.
This is how hard it is for me to
What?
trade in the league. This league that I'm in is stupid. They're stupid.
What?
I hate this league. So if you are in my league and you are watching this show, just know that I cannot stand this league because it's impossible.
Telling you to go fuck yourself.
It's impossible to trade. This is the kind of offers that I receive. It's I make what I feel are very fair value offers. The dude is starting hold on, let me tell you who he's starting. It's way exactly.
You
exactly.
way overvalue a trade.
No, I know
Yes.
I do, and that's because it's so hard to make a deal in this league. To make a deal in this league, you have to have insane depth, and you have to offer from a position of weakness. Like I'm offering him Macklin straight up for McFadden, and he declines it. Okay, and here's his receivers. Hold on, let me tell you his receivers, and then you'll see what I mean when it's so impossible to trade in this league. So here's his receivers. I'm loading his team right now. Let me find it. Here, buddy. Okay, he lost Keenan Allen this week. So his receivers currently are, here's who is starting this week, Tavon Austin and Sammy Watkins with a bench of Golden Tate on bye, and that's it.
What?
So here's the rest of his team. Jeremy Hill, DeMarco Murray, Ryan Matthews, Darren McFadden, Giovanni Bernard, Ahmad Bradshaw, Russell Wilson, Marcus Mariota, Jordan Cameron. I'm offering him Macklin
Just
straight up for McFadden. He's not most weeks he's going to be playing Hill and DeMarco, and I guess he's got to play Gio in the flex, right? So most weeks he's not. I mean, I guess you play McFadden over Gio in the flex, but come on, this is insane. This is the type of league I'm in. No one will trade with me. Alex, you remember that deal where I dealt away DeMarco Murray at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, it's this league.
It's the same people, yeah. It's a different league, but it's the same people.
That's awful.
And by the way, that trade in both of these 2 leagues, so 2 leagues, that trade where I gave up DeMarco Murray, I got back Brandon Cooks and Melvin Gordon, that's the only trade that's been made all year between the 2 leagues.
That one trade.
I hate it. I cannot stand these leagues. It is impossible to make a trade. I absolutely hate it. It's so hard to make a deal. Anyway,
Right.
sorry for that rant. If any of the people in those two leagues are listening to me rant right now, like just stop being a little Scrooge and like figure out how to trade in fantasy because you guys are idiots.
Can you like not be PC and just tell them actually how you really feel?
Yeah, stop being a little fuck ass and take the offers that are way more than fair, okay? That's what you need to do. You need to learn. Dude, I'm serious. This is stupid. It's stupid. You should see some of the offers that I make that get just rejected, and they're like, haha, like I would ever take that. It's like, well, 99% of the population would, so.
Oh, my God.
Cash lineup.
And then they fire back
Yeah.
Gio for Julio straight up. Like, yeah, you
Here's
know what? Go step on a landmine. Like seriously, like that's
You know
enough.
how bad that is? I told my friend to reject Freeman for Julio, and he has Julio.
See, I would
Wow.
consider that depending on the league scoring, but but I agree. Like,
That's
and he's offering me Gio, and you know what else? He's got Jeremy Hill too. He didn't even bother to package the Bengals running backs for Julio. Like, not that I would have laughed at that as well, but I mean, like, just. Oh, this is it's awful, and the people in this league should know better. They've been playing fantasy football for like 10 years. They should know better. It drives me nuts, dude. I rant
Right.
about this every year on draft day and in the league, and now I'm ranting about it here on our show instead of the cash lineup.
You are. So I'll play
Yeah.
it quick as I'm getting the screen share.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That's what Marvin Jones just said to a Browns cornerback.
I'm not watching the game. Oh, by the way, so this same league has an eliminator pool.
You're still
Okay.
going.
There are 16 people in it to begin the season. It's down to 2, me and this other guy. I have the Bengals this week, so
I think you're okay. They have
Yeah,
Manziel
you're
at quarterback.
just
You're fine.
that's why I picked the Bengals this week.
Yeah.
I got to pull the score up though.
All right.
17-10. All right.
Can we just
QB, remember, cash
Read.
lineup.
roll with Carr?
In a cash?
You think Carr is
Yep.
safe enough in cash?
In a cash?
Yep.
Cash for car? KARS cash for car.
Who was that?
1877
God, that's the
cash
worst
for
commercial
car.
ever.
KARS cash for
No,
car.
no. Did you see my
Donate.
Facebook post?
That's why I'm singing.
God damn it!
That's exactly why I'm singing.
I did see
No!
that as well. Laughed very, very
Was
hard.
that all right? So, I've had mixed
Okay.
reviews on that. I wrote it as
Touchdown,
a
Abe.
joke because of how people overreact to things on Facebook, and some people texted me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you make it so dramatic?" I was like, "That was the whole fucking point."
Did Mohamed
all-
Sanu just score a
yeah, it was all
touchdown on a
sarcasm.
reverse?
It was satire.
People don't understand sarcasm, and the people that do were like,
Okay.
"That was brilliant."
I thought it was pretty funny, but let's move on to the cash QB.
CAR car for kids.
Are
Wow.
you
Dude, I will kill you. I swear I will kill you.
Pete? Are you in on Carr for cash this week?
I don't know that I'm in on car for kids this week, to be totally honest. I mean, like, okay, I certainly understand it, but
It won't stop. It's rattling around now.
you're welcome.
I avoided this for so. This is the only drawback to writing that status is now everybody's doing this to me, and it won't go away.
I think that it's okay. I think that he's a very reasonable play. There's nothing wrong with playing car. So if you want to play car, we can. My reservation is it's a cash, not tournament.
Wow.
Wow, I just told myself that.
So I want to hear who you would play because like
Hold
the
on.
middle tier is really great this week.
Middle tier is pretty pasty. I agree. Okay,
I'm
let
okay
me
with-
see.
Go up, Mark.
Ty God, I'm okay with Cutler.
I
I'm
like
okay with
Tyrod a lot.
Rivers.
I like Tyrod.
I want to. I would see for cash. Like I want to see Tyrod play a game
Fair enough.
on that knee. Otherwise, it would
Okay,
be Tyrod. No question.
totally serious here.
So
What about Big Ben or Peyton?
Not Big Ben, and definitely not Peyton.
definitely
Why not?
not Peyton.
Going back to the Indianapolis, whatever they
Don't
call
do
it.
I will make a tournament lineup with Peyton, no question, but I am not playing him in cash.
Okay, Eli 6,900 also. How about Eli?
Ugh.
Rivers against the Bears, who can't stop
I-
anything.
Yeah, I was thinking Rivers. Rivers would have been my other one. Probably, yeah.
Rivers is
Rivers.
was
Here's
like
my
fallback.
reservation with Carr is that Pittsburgh has been surprisingly good defensively this year. Did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. And
No,
and
me neither.
but they have been, and we have to recognize that fact. And Carr playing on the road at Pittsburgh. I mean, I know his price tag is what's appealing to me about the cash play of Carr, but I like.
7-to-1 touchdown interception ratio on the road this year, averaging 260 yards a game. I mean, he's badly, and if he hits his average road fantasy points per game, I mean, let's take a look at his road games. He was at San Diego, which is like pseudo road game, right? But at Cleveland, at Chicago, put up 23-13. I mean,
that's not good. That 13 is not good.
No, that's not.
That 13.
But that was sort of a fluky game. But see, that's okay. But that's sort of my point, though, is that was a fluky game in the sense where Chicago dominated time of possession. They had Oakland had a couple of bizarre turnovers, like Latavius Murray had the ball essentially taken out of his hands. He also fumbled it. It was a fluky game against a team that wants to control the clock on the road. Well, what's Pittsburgh? They're a team that wants to control the clock, and Oakland's on the road. Now, you can't predict a fluky game, but I sort of see a game flow scenario here going kind of the same way. I could be totally wrong, and he could throw for 7 scores, and Ben could throw for 7 scores, and it could be a repeat of New Orleans versus New York minus that annoying fan with the Odell Beckham jersey. But yeah, did you go back and watch that, Alex?
Yeah, I watched it like
Yeah,
right before the show actually, and I couldn't stop laughing because then I realized how soon after you finished the story I had shown up.
It was so redemptive when the whole bar just lost their damn minds when the Saints won. I mean, seriously, people were like throwing popcorn and shit. Are we going with Rivers?
Let's go with Rivers.
Let's stick with Rivers for now. If we need comfortable and need the money, we can always either drop down to Carr, Tyrod. Like I said, I'm even comfortable with Cutler, I think, this week in cash.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with
I'm okay
Cutler
with any of those three guys.
well, actually.
DGAF, quarterback.
So what's up with running back this week?
All right, well, we've got the South Dakota.
Are we sticking on the Gurley train?
I'm so scared to play Gurley this week, and I don't know why.
Okay, how about Langford? I think he's a pretty obvious play, honestly. Even in cash.
I'll agree with you on that.
See, we could go Langford McFadden.
Langford is such an obvious cash play this week. Like, no Forte.
I was actually going to say both of them. I was going to say Langford, McFadden, and cash.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's interesting.
Even if Philly takes the lead, like they're just going to throw it to McFadden like they did against Seattle.
And that's exactly what I was just going to bring up because he still got 20 carries against Seattle, 6 catches as well. I mean, you got to figure he's going to put up a better than 3 yards per carry average against Philly. You know, he's going to get back in the end zone one way or another, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was leaning like...
Even if he doesn't, you can see he hits value in cash each of the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's fair. I was leaning like a J Stu or like sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Let me find him again.
I'm okay with J Stu in cash, and
no, I'm not. No.
I've told you guys before. I like the 3 running backs. I like my flex in a Antonio Andrews.
Yeah.
Ew.
Not in cash.
Well, how much is he?
Great matchup. Definitely the feature role. He's only like 3,200 or something insane. 3,600.
Yeah, if he's that cheap, I mean, I'm okay with it. If you want to put him there,
10.8 points. He's hit value the last 3 weeks, I think.
No, not even close.
Are you sure? Double check.
We're
positive.
looking.
Look at my screen. I'm positive.
Oh, okay. So he hit value last week. My bad.
But, I mean, he's clearly getting the touches, which is good.
I'm fine with McFadden.
That's what Coach says. Right? Coach says that he wants Andrews to be the workhorse, and he wants him. So, I mean, I'll definitely have exposure to him, but...
Yeah, I'm not calling it a safe cash unless he was a little cheaper.
Exactly. 3,600 is pretty
Let's
cheap.
go McFadden.
So I still like him.
Yeah.
But.
Can we put the Broncos in, please? I'm pretty sure that we all agree on that one.
I've literally said to play the Broncos every week.
I'm aware. That's why.
But you know what, though? Okay, I was just going to say, for the record, I think the Falcons are fantastic this week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, any team going against Blaine Gabbert is a fantastic play.
The Broncos are the... Did you hear what somebody in San Francisco tweeted out? That Dave didn't bench Kaepernick last week. They were saving him to bench him this week so they didn't have to play a good defense. And Atlanta retweeted something to, like, somebody tweeted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I saw that.
That doesn't sound
No.
good.
Atlanta retweeted it with
Hmm.
I'm so down with them in tournaments, but I mean, the Broncos
Yes.
are clearly the best cat, just because you know what they're gonna do every week.
Time and time again.
You know what's going to happen
With you, all
someday?
right.
Someday,
Receivers.
Blaine Gabbert's going to be working at a High V. You guys know what a High V is? You guys
Nope.
have High V's where you're from? It's a grocery store chain. And someone's going to come up to him and said, "Weren't you just in the NFL a couple weeks ago?" You know, it's going to be the reverse of the Kurt Warner
I was
situation.
just going to say, is that opposite?
Yeah.
Bizarro.
It's Bizarro Kurt Warner Day. Yeah. Because he's going to get drafted by a supermarket, and everybody's going to be shocked. Like, man, you're such a good bagger of those groceries, Blaine Gabbert. Is it true that you were in the NFL one day?
Thank you for way to stack those shelves. All
Yeah.
right. What are we looking at here?
Here's some honey checks for you to go put on the shelf. I haven't looked at receivers for cash yet, honestly. Let's see.
Heath, wait, can we put Heath in first?
You.
I play Heath.
I really want to play Heath. 27.
Went the wrong way.
And I'm down with the pivot to ASJ if he's playing.
Yeah, I'm going to agree on tight end here. That's a good cash tight end play.
Either one. Yeah, either one is tops.
And considering how much money we have to play Amari Cooper.
You think so? Think he'll be able to?
Yeah, after last week, it's his turn because he's not going up against Revis.
5 for 46 last week. Yeah, I mean he's
better away.
He's hit value. It looks like
Every
in
away
game
game.
where he didn't have a stud DB on him, right? Revis and then either Talib or Harris. I didn't watch that game, but one of them was probably on him, if not either one. And so
In the Chicago game, I don't think he was
I like it.
targeted after the half because that was the weird game we were talking about.
I mean, he still scored in that first half. I think it was.
Well,
in
yeah,
that
I
first
mean, he had that
quarter, too,
touchdown
so,
that
yeah,
almost didn't
still
happen.
hit value. Yep. All right.
How about some
so
OBJ?
Amari's
How
in there.
about some OBJ?
Yeah. We can fit in some OBJ.
And another name that I really like in cash this week, Rashard Matthews. And yes, I'm talking cash, not turning. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I hesitate to ask you this, but why?
Well, a number of reasons. First of all, Matthews has been remarkably consistent. If you look at his production, okay, the New York Jets game being the outlier, he's hitting double digits every single game. And not only that, but the way to beat the Bills is through the air. We know this. I just think, coming off of a 10, it's essentially the half bye week, right? So he's got 10 days rest. They're going to figure something out. I actually think this might be a sneaky high-scoring game. Miami at Buffalo. I like him in cash. I think he's a good bet to continue his double-digit streak. If he finds the end zone, he hits value and then some.
I could see it after looking at his history. I mean, I hadn't really thought of it this way, but you're right. He has hit double digits and hit value in that way in every week except for the game against the Jets.
Yeah. And the Jets game, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the Jets game our coach got fired game? Or am I no, that was the Jets game, wasn't it?
No. That was the Titans game.
Are you sure?
Sorry, what happened?
Wasn't it?
I thought it was when they played the Jets in London.
It was. No.
Yeah, the Jets London was the game he didn't do well.
No, that's the game. That was the our coach got
after
fired
he
game.
fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So every game except that one in England, every game on American soil, he's hit double digits and hit value in almost every game on American.
All right, let's put him in. See what we can do because
Put him in.
actually
Let's move on, please. 9,100.
We have a boatload of money left.
Yeah, we have a shit ton. So are we looking at?
Yeah, so we can upgrade running back.
We can.
Or let's take Matthews out and try to get two better receivers. How about that?
I'll be
What I
honest.
was thinking. Here's what I'm thinking.
Allen Hurts.
What if you put if Watkins plays? No, I don't like that.
No.
No, not in cash.
Not in cash.
I'll be honest. I've said this before. I'm a fan of the three running backs in a cash game. I wouldn't mind throwing Devontae in as my flex
Let's take Matthews out of there. Just humor me here for a second. I think this is going to look really interesting. Let's take Matthews out of there. Let's throw in Alshon.
Ooh, yeah.
And I think that means, yeah, we have enough if we want. We can play another very solid receiver here. We can play like
Gurley in.
or we could throw Gurley in over McFadden. But what about playing somebody like I was gonna say Mike Evans,
Nah.
but he's too risky. Yeah, that's cash.
I would say A-Rob if he wasn't going up against Darrell.
Hearns is an interesting one since he's not going up against Darrell.
That's actually, wow, I do really like that. Especially because Fitzpatrick doesn't have a left thumb, so.
Oh, he's caught touchdowns. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's been a monster.
Hearns has been good.
5 straight weeks?
Eifert again!
Are you serious?
Booyah!
Damn it!
Wow.
Throw one to AJ. Well, it
Dude,
looks like I'm
tight ends on
safe for
Thursday
eliminator.
nights are just raking it in. He's 4 for 35 and 3 scores.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my God! He just
So ridiculous.
boasted whoever was guarding him. Look at this move. In,
That
out,
was-
see ya.
That was absolutely terrible defensive back skills.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
what
awesome.
he was thinking there.
But at the same
It wasn't
time,
even a great
what
move.
Freak.
It wasn't a great move by Eifert. The DB just bit hard for no reason.
Yep.
That
Great.
was awful. Okay. Back to this. Let's fill in our last guy here, please.
I'm down with Hearns. I like that actually.
You're down with Hearns and Cash?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay, so that leaves us with 1,600. Do we want to upgrade one of the running backs?
Wait. What did it say about questionable? Did you read that, or did you just look at his stats?
He has got a thigh injury, I think.
Ankle thigh.
Ooh.
He's been listed on the injury report nearly every week, but he's yet to miss any games.
All right, then I'm good with it.
Coming off a bye
Okay,
week.
just throwing this out here for giggles and things. Okay, with the amount of money we have left, we can upgrade to Tom Brady.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
I
about
would
that.
love to do that. Let's upgrade to Tom Brady, and then our quarterback situation is resolved, and that is a beautiful lineup.
Beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, that is.
That is a beautiful.
About beating Tom Brady.
What do you guys think?
I'm good with it. I'm good to clear it out, and let's do a GPP lineup.
Can we just look at Tom's? Because we didn't even talk about Brady. Can we at least look at his numbers?
He's Tom freaking Brady.
I understand. Okay.
I'm just having fun.
All right, that's fine. But no, it's just because like Rivers is on pace to set the yardage record. Like, could we use the money elsewhere, or do you want to just go with Brady?
Dude, it's Washington.
And Brady's
You
averaging
know they game
350
plan for the opponent.
You are right. I do. I lived in that area. They are terrible. So. Good point.
I don't know. This is tough because it's
Washington
always more
professional
tempting
football
to
team.
use it on something not a quarterback, right? Like,
It is, but I mean, you have to be in
But
a
it's
cash
Washington.
game. I found this year in a cash game especially, you need that guy that's going to hit you 300 yards and multiple TDs. If you
Which
don't get
against-
that guy at QB, you're hurting.
Unless you have unless your quarterback's Derek Carr at 5,500, then it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm on board for
If
Brady
your
or
quarterback is under $6,000,
Points.
you don't need 303. And
You don't need three. You're right. You don't need 300, but you still want it.
Of course, you always want it. All right, I'm good with Brady. That's fine. That'll be our cash.
I think everyone we have, given opportunity, we have 3 number ones as our receivers, 2 guys that are getting the bulk of the workload in the backfield, someone who's going to throw all over his team, all over his opponent. I mean,
Ben's favorite target now.
the best defense in the league. I'm good with it.
Yep.
All right, ready? 1, 2. Peace. Let's move
Oh
on
no,
to.
I forgot it already.
Oh. All right, let's go to
my
GPP.
YouTube doesn't have a rewind.
Can we make a Ty God Sammy stack?
I do not want to make a Sammy stack. I'd do a Ty God Clay stack, but
I would. Yeah, I'd rather do Ty God Clay.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we do an interesting tight end move? Can we play both ASJ and Heath, assuming that they're both playing? Instead of that,
Okay, so let's dip down. You want to go Falcons D while I'm down here?
yeah.
yeah, why not?
Okay.
And then look at what we can do. It's a lot of money.
Now, what are we thinking? Do we want to stack Big Ben in there?
Meh.
Or is now where you'd like to go Carr?
I would go Carr Cooper here.
I'm okay with that. I still want the narrative. I want to make the narrative lineup.
All right, we'll do that after.
Peyton and Demarius and
Yeah, we'll do that right after. That's fine. We can do that right after.
Maybe
This
even
one looks
some-
like we'll do quick because we have so much money that it doesn't matter.
I
All
like-
right, go Freeman Gurley.
I was gonna say I like Devontae up there. 7K a piece for the last two receivers. Jesus.
It's crazy.
that's sort of silly.
So much-
Alshon again, or we could go Demarius and a 6,500. Who's at the 6,500?
Why? Let's.
could go Evans.
See, I'm thinking like. What I'm thinking is we could go high and then like something lower.
I
Like
do
we
like
could go with like
Evans, but
Odell or Antonio.
He's not high. Let's go. Okay, we can go Odell then.
And then you can go Rashard Matthews here,
You can go Matthews.
even
here,
though it's
or
not
let's go.
ones, but
You can go Rashard, but let's go down a little bit further. Is there anybody else?
What's
No,
Decker? What's Decker sitting at this week?
You know who we didn't put in?
oh,
And then LaFell. How did we not think of him?
take
I
out
love it.
take out Miller, and then we can see, yeah. And then if ASJ doesn't play, you pivot to Heath. I really like the ASJ Heath double though. I really like that.
I really like it too. I mean, we can put Heath back in there, and we can
can
fuck
play
with
Rashard
some
Matthews
other
right
plays
there.
on here.
Can play Rashard Matthews right there too.
Or we could throw Matthews in here.
Yeah.
Delaney Walker
Or we
may
could-
not be a bad play this week. I think he's going to be an interesting tight end to watch this week with Mariota back and how bad New Orleans is against a tight end.
New Orleans bad against just about everything.
That's
Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
the point.
I was actually very tempted. So for my eliminator, I was down to New Orleans or Cincinnati. I was very tempted to go New Orleans, but I picked
But-
Cincy because Johnny
Pick
Manziel.
since, it looks like you live to see another week.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
do.
we're good
And the
here?
other guy's got a pick now.
All right, let's go narrative street then. We're going to take a stroll,
Lord
huh?
Patos.
And let's say Mr.
Demarius is due to get into the end zone. Like
Mhm.
he's due to score some TDs.
But are
Like,
we stacking them with the Broncos defense or going with the Falcons?
Demarius. I'm good with the
Demarius.
Falcons, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Wait, we
Like-
could go with the Saints.
But I could see either one.
Talked about that. Saints are the cheapest.
Yeah.
They're the cheapest you'd go. Yeah, but my only thing is with Mariota back, he's going to be better again. He's going to be better at turning the ball over than Mettenberger was.
I don't know about that.
My opinion, I think he will be. He's actually been. I mean, for a rookie, he's been pretty impressive in terms of his ball security.
I can think
His
of
balls
two
are very secure.
defensive touchdowns he's given up. One was to the Colts. Or another bad defense like the Saints.
I'm fine with Saints or Falcons or Broncos. That's my.
But we're not going Broncos with Peyton and Demarius.
Fair enough.
So all right, put Falcons in. If we need money, we'll go to the Saints.
Okay. So we need some value here. How about Woodhead?
I like that call. I mean, they got to throw to somebody.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of which, what about Stevie J? Let's get Woodhead out of there and play some Stevie J. We didn't play him at all, not even in
Let's play
cash.
Stevie J and LaFell. Wait, put Stevie J and LaFell in.
Now, question to you guys. You like Stevie J over Malcolm Floyd?
I think so. I mean, Floyd's
Didn't
the
we
big
talk
play. We
about this
talked
on-
about this. Yeah, we
I
did.
think
We did a little bit, and we kind of said that Floyd was going to be the deep threat guy, right? Stevie J was going to be the underneath route runner who probably get more targets, but in a
you said
GPP lineup,
Stevie J is more PPR, Malcolm Floyd's more bust a big play, maybe.
Well, the thing that I like, you guys
Exactly.
remember I went on my long Phillip Rivers and tall receivers spiel, and the Bears can't
that's why
defend.
I'm asking.
The Bears can't defend big receivers like at all. So
That's why
I mean,
I'm asking.
actually, I guess if I had to pick, to be totally honest, I'd rather play Floyd. What's Floyd's price tag?
Cheap.
41, 39.
I kind of want to play some
That's
Floyd.
fine.
I kind of want to play some Floyd here.
We have 3 massive downfield targets, so I'm good with it as our wide receivers.
Okay. Tight end.
Let's go running back first before I think. We're either going Gronk
Running back.
or cheap, so
Yeah, we can't play Vernon Davis, so
The only mid-range
play
guy, just to touch on that, on what Alex said, going Gronk or cheap, the only mid-range, a couple of mid-range guys I like, Reed and Clay. I'm a big fan of either one of those plays.
yeah, I like
But
Reed.
let's
a
go
lot,
running back.
What do I like at running back this week? You know, one name that we haven't talked about at all on anything ever anywhere was D'Angelo Williams.
ooh yeah.
We didn't touch on him because he's not really a value pick per se. He
We
didn't
still
fit our
Good.
Tuesday
Look at
numbers,
his
but I do love it. I'm good throwing him in there.
Yeah, I kind of want to play him.
Can we just look at his number? I know they're good. I just want to look at his numbers again. Those 2 games without. Oh, and he had 15 points this week.
He had 15 points this past week, yeah, because he caught 4 balls. And then 17.
Yeah, I might even put him. I'm gonna probably play him in cash still.
Yeah, I think he's a very reasonable
Yep,
cash
I'm
flow
fine
as
with
well.
that. I'm fine with that. We'll throw him in here now. These are 6,700 on average for running back tight end flex. Remembering.
Like to go with Richard, Pete, and then we can go high running back, high tight end.
Well, let's do a non-Richard lineup because we put him in our last one, didn't we?
Did we?
So
I believe
yeah,
so,
let's see
yes.
what it looks like without Richard.
Are we pick? Do you want to pick a flex or a running back now?
Let's stick with running back. Let's just finish this off.
Yeah, but I don't want to just finish it off. Like I want to make a decision and kind of I don't.
Let's take a look at our second running back because then that'll give us an idea of what we're going to spend on tight end and flex.
I'm still good with Woodhead.
I'm good with Woodhead, but I really, especially in tournaments, like to diversify my lineups other than quarterback wide receiver stacks.
Okay,
I mean,
good point.
this
Yeah.
is a spot where I would consider playing Andrews within.
I was just going to say Antonio Andrews. I'm cool with that.
You guys know I'm down with the Antonio.
My man.
So at this point, we basically have to play Gronk.
Big Gronk.
Yeah, we do. We have too much money left. Send in the Gronk.
And if we really want Odell or Julio, we can downgrade defense. But I'm also good with Antonio Brown.
Well, you're okay with
Even though it's
D'Angelo and Antonio?
Yeah, again, diversification argument.
Then Devontae. No, not Devontae. Maybe Devontae.
I like Devontae. I like him this week. I don't mind him in cash lineups this week.
Unless we could, again.
Okay, so just for the record, for listeners out there who are watching, just take note. Like right now, you could play Devontae Freeman and you could drop Malcolm Floyd for Rashard Matthews, and you'd have used all your money with $0 left over, and it'd be a nice lineup. So that exact lineup on the screen, you could toss in Freeman, and you could take out Floyd and play Rashard Matthews, and you'd have a nice lineup.
Can we?
But let's try to make one with Floyd because I like Floyd. I think he's a good.
Can we try to take out Antonio Andrews and maybe go like a fringe RB1-2 type guy? Like maybe like a Dion.
I think Dion is an excellent play this week, actually. I mean, because you know what they're going to do. They're gonna throw.
You take Gronk out. You got Dion, LaFell, and Gronk. We can't. I mean.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, we already have too many.
I like the Pats to run up the score, but that's a lot.
Let's take Dion and LaFell out, and let's see what we can do.
Yeah, keep LaFell and take Dion out.
LaFell and Gronk we're playing?
Yeah, we can go LaFell and Gronk.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too.
I
actually don't at all mind Chris Ivory this week.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
You don't want to go back to the Dougie Fresh well?
You know what? I'll tell you about the Dougie Fresh well. No, I won't.
Tell me.
I have nothing to say.
Oh.
Nothing to say about the Dougie Fresh is dead to me. The muscle hamster. You know he doesn't want to be called the muscle hamster. You know what? He's the muscle hamster.
I think that's stupid because
I just don't get how he was so good and then they just did like they gave him like 14 carries in the first half and then or the first quarter and then they just stopped giving him the ball.
My thing is this. Yeah, he didn't hit value, but he got 23 carries. He got the opportunities, right? I don't know how many targets because I'm just pulling up DraftKings. I don't know how many targets he had off the top of my head.
Not many.
But he got the opportunities. I'd much rather have this guy burn me than play someone like, and not that I would, but have played like a CJ Anderson and get hosed because he only gets like 10 carries. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm okay. I'm okay going back to the Doug Well because he's going to get that workload.
Yeah, but they're playing New England.
Yeah, I'd rather just play Ivory. They're not playing New England.
And no, they're not.
I'm
They're
sorry.
not playing New England.
I'm sorry. They're playing the Giants. My bad.
The Giants, yes. And I think you're going to see him lower owned this week because of that recency bias. Because of people who got burned last week are going to be off him this week.
Yeah, but
that's actually a very fair argument.
I think Ivory can do the same thing because we actually might not have a competent quarterback this week if Fitz can't catch the ball.
I'm fine. No, let me be straight. I'm fine playing Ivory.
You can throw football.
Why I still like Martin.
You can, but you can't take the ball under center, and we're gonna have to play shotgun.
Dude, pistol.
Yeah, play pistol.
No pistol, not for my offense.
You're going to be in the pistol like whoa this week.
It's just like catching a football like this. And if you're only going to catch it from like this, you can do that.
All right, ready? Because it's a Peyton stack, play Ivory in the pistol. Because Peyton's playing the pistol.
Okay.
That's the stupidest idea to play some.
How about let's throw in some oh, no, we can't do that.
What about Martavis?
Little Jarvis Landry action?
I'm okay with that. One of the Dolphins receivers I think is going to go off, so I'm fine with taking the bet on Landry because I really do think one of these guys is going to have a huge day.
So Landry has been double digits. His top score of the week or of the year is 25,
which Rashard Matthews actually beat, strangely enough.
My thing is, Landry's tough to get that 100 yards, man. You want that 100-yard bonus, right?
Right.
He's only eclipsed it once this year. I don't mind a Martavis play here at that price either. I'll put Landry in there, and that uses up all our money.
If we could get $100 extra, squeeze $100 out of one of those spots, we could play Alshon.
Who do you want?
Alshon. Or no, he's at 6,700. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we got to ditch 400 somewhere, and we can play Alshon.
Ditch the Falcons D?
To the Broncos D. If that's what you
Or we can, or wait, it doesn't have to be the Broncos.
It has to be the Broncos.
We could go to the Saints if you really want, but I'd rather be the Broncos.
Bam. Now, if we could squeeze another $100 out of it, we could play Mike Evans against the Giants, who couldn't stop anything.
So I just want to make one note, and that's the from what I've heard and what I've read, the easiest way to diversify your lineup is to be okay with eating salary. I'm not saying eat like $5-6 grand, but leaving $200 to $800 on the table, even $1,000. Is not a bad thing all the time. So I know there's a lot of people out there that tend to, I have $200 left. Let me see if I can upgrade here or there. You don't always have to do that. Be okay with leaving money on the table. It's not going to hurt you in the long run more often than not.
Just going to throw this out there. We could switch from Ivory to Martin, and we could play Mike Evans over Alshon. And the reason I bring that up is because I love Evans' upside in attorney, and he's probably not going to have high usage. I would imagine.
Why don't? All right, you want in
Oh, but wait a minute. But then we're playing Martin and Evans. No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
In spirit,
right,
listen. In spirit, stop. I have an idea. Calm down. In spirit of what you were just talking about, take the Broncos out, put the Saints in, put Ivory back in. You leave the money on the table.
I like that.
Put Ivory back in, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that. 700 on the table, still a great lineup.
I agree.
I'm cool with it.
Yay.
And that's
the only team on the road is Narrative Street.
The only thing I don't like is the LaFell Gronk, but that's okay. I'll get over it. Washington can't stop anything.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Let's cancel that out. You guys can see my lovely golf lineup going right now. All right. Take a look at the.
We have questions from Tuesday.
Chat here. I haven't been looking. I've been.
There's one that
screen
actually
sharing.
I would like to tackle if that's all right. So they asked. It says, question for Pete: how many stacks do you like to use per week in tourneys? And the reason is I don't want to try to type all this out because it's a lot, but I'll try to shorten it and explain it. Basically, I don't know what you guys do. Maybe you do similar to me. What I do is I first designate the number of quarterbacks that I like for the week that I want to make a stack with, right? So like I'll look at all the quarterbacks and I'll say, okay, so like this week I'm not going to make a Rodgers stack. I'm not going to I might make a Breeze stack. I don't know. I'm not going to make a Rodgers stack. I'm not going to make an Andrew Luck stack. I'm probably not going to make a Cam stack. So you see what I do? I'm going through the list and I'm eliminating the quarterbacks who I don't want to make a stack with. So then I'll take however many are left who I like the price, I like the matchup, and I like the possibility of using that quarterback in a stack. That's how many I'll make. So if there's 12 quarterbacks and I like making a stack with, I end up with 12 names and I think these are 12 guys who all I think are viable stacks. There's a receiver I can stack with them who I've got in mind, or even a tight end in the case of Cam. You play a Cam Greg Olsen stack. That's how many stacks I'll make. Like I don't say this, every week I only make 10 stacks or 5 stacks or whatever. I don't place an arbitrary, numerical limit on it. I just look and I say who are the guys I want to make a stack with, and then I make sure that I have at least one turning lineup stacking all of those quarterbacks that I like. Sometimes if there's a guy I really like, I'll make more than one. Like last week I had 2 Eli stacks and they both cash. So I liked the Eli stack last week. I only had 1 Breeze stack, which was disappointing, and actually did not cash with the Breeze stack because the rest of my lineup was poop. But that's like the 5th time I've been asked that question. I had like a couple people asked it to me on Twitter. It was in the comments, and I didn't respond. So I feel like I should tackle that. It's a very simple equation. Like I just look and I say, I make a list of all the quarterbacks I'm going to make a stack with, and then I do that first, and then I make my stack lineups first. Then I go back through and I look at, okay, now which QB stacks do I like the most, and sometimes then I'll try to make more lineups using those QB stacks.
I do want to make one point here. Anthony in the chat mentioned Spiller, and we talked about him on Tuesday, Alex, and I think at first I was pretty hesitant, but now going back and looking at the numbers and rewatching your analysis, I actually really like him in GPPs this week, especially at that $3,100 price tag. I mean, it's not going to be hard, I think, for him to hit value, especially if he takes, some of those carries that Kyrie used to get. Let's be realistic. He's not going to see a 50-50 split. He's not going to see a 60-40 split. But I think it's pretty. I think he should hit value this week, especially in a GPP. So.
Well, no, because with Kyrie when Kyrie's on the field, he's going to run the ball because he's more a running back than a receiver. But when you have Spiller on the field, Breeze is going to utilize him to his strengths and throw him the ball. And when you throw Spiller the ball, catch.
Right.
So even if they go for 1 yard, like some of the Kyrie runs maybe go for 1 or 2 yards, You're getting the extra point every time it happens.
And, Alex is exactly right. The key is that he's taking Kyrie's snaps, not necessarily Kyrie's carries, So,
Right.
and those snaps can turn into catches very quickly. So, that's I think Spiller's a great GPP play.
Yeah, I agree. I like him a lot.
Potentially okay, you guys are going to laugh at me, but potentially a viable cash play too. He only needs 9 points.
Yes.
Four catches for 50 yards. He's there.
And even the lineup we just made, put Alshon in at wide receiver, take LaFell out, put Spiller in.
Yeah. You could certainly do that.
I like it too. I like it. All right, we don't have many this or that questions. I do have one question for you though, Pete. We asked it prior to you coming on. So tell us your favorite Halloween candy.
Ooh. So this is tough. This is like a question up my girlfriend's alley. She literally just like this afternoon went to Target and bought all the damn Halloween candy because it's all like 75% off now in the Halloween bags. So we have a metric ton of Halloween candy sitting in the kitchen right now. But the ones I'm gonna eat, I'll tell you, it's one of two. It's either Snickers, I like Snickers, or the ones that I just love are the little, not the Reese's Cups like the rounder ones, the flatter ones, but like the Reese's Cups, like the, you know what I mean, like the little Reese's Cups. You know what I'm talking about?
The unwrapped Reese's Minis?
No, Reese's Minis are bullshit.
No, he means the ones. He means the ones in the foil, right?
Yeah, the ones in the tin. The Reese's Minis are in the
I know what you mean.
It's not a good. It doesn't work. Do you like the Reese's Minis, Mark, or do you know what I mean? Like the Reese's Minis, I've
never tried. No,
Mark,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Listen, Pete, you want to make fun of Mark? Mark likes Reese's Pieces over regular Reese's.
That is not true at all. Go back and watch the tape. That's not what I said. I said they were the shit. They're delicious.
It's a thing now.
I'm
sorry, it's a thing now.
But,
You like pieces.
But it's not true.
Okay. Reese's
It'd be
Pieces.
cool. It'd be cool. I'll quote my hater from the other week. If you knew the content that was on your show, dude, then that'd be cool, man.
Oh God.
That guy must be under the mistake. First of all, that guy must be under the mistaken impression that we actually pay attention to what we're saying and like think about it in advance.
Also true.
Like, where has he
I
been?
thought Alex made it
Like,
clear
does
enough.
he even watch the show? Like, does he watch the show?
We're illegitimate. I thought Alex made that clear.
Yeah. Most of the time, I'm talking about like my dog or some stupid Giants fan or the idiots in my league who won trade. Like,
Or
you
Halloween
meant-
candy.
Pete, right before you came on is when I went on a 10-minute rant and Mark was making fun of the people in my league,
yeah.
and then you shot back with 10 times worse.
Dude, can you believe that?
That was
I mean,
pretty bad.
and this is how bad it is. So I'm in 3 leagues with roughly the same 10 to 12 people, depending on the league, and we've all been friends since like high school, most of us, and we've had these leagues going for 15 years, and nobody trades anymore. Nobody trades anymore, and I don't know why. It's stupid. And I'm the only person who's made a trade. It's dumb. It drives me up a wall.
Nobody
And
wants to get ripped off. You might as well just make it a dynasty league so people like actually have
right?
stuff.
I know that I legitimately suggested that, and we finally had to have a keeper league now with this group. That's one of the 3, but nobody trades in there. So in the keeper league, I trade. That was where I made my trade for
That's what
Melvin and Cooks.
you're basically in 3 leagues with the same exact people. Like, doesn't that just like
Like each league, there's like 2 or 3 different ownership spots, but yeah, it's frustrating. It can be really frustrating when it comes to trades, but it's fun. I mean, I like it.
Pete, I have to tell you really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Offended Greg in the chat. He said, "We are not stupid Giants fans."
Greg,
But
it's not,
wait. He did say,
Yeah.
"We just can't stop any quarterback, not even Ryan Leaf."
yeah.
he loves making Ryan Leaf joke.
Well, I mean, look, Greg, I'm a Cubs fan, and so therefore I believe in like karma and curses and all that other nonsense. So let me tell you something. If there's anything like, if there was any more perfectly clear example of sports karma, I don't know what it was. I mean, I don't know what it was. This guy, like, you can blame your last Giants loss on that guy. Like, dead serious. He had it coming. He had it coming. Everybody in the bar was like, just like, can someone get this obnoxious jerk to can he just shut up? Like, I was really close. Like, I go on rants here, but I'm actually a pretty calm person in real life. I was really close to, like, standing up and yelling at him, like, dude, it was a 3-yard gain. No one gives a shit. It was a 3-yard gain. Shut up. When they scored a touchdown... Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the fact that the entire bar erupted shows that it's validation and for your anger and for you wanting to get up and just yell at the guy. Everybody else in the bar wanted to do it too, so you should have done it.
Everybody did. Well, I know I should have done it. Everybody was looking at each other, and it was the look, the look like, are you going to do something?
Are you going to do it?
Going to do something? And we're all just like, nah, let's just watch the games.
Was he with anyone?
Nope. Completely by himself, OBJ jersey. And by loud, like, I cannot begin to describe to you how loud he was. Like, there's a level of loud that you might be imagining, okay? Multiply that by like 1 million, and that's how loud this guy was. It was like, I don't know if you guys ever watched the old NBA Finals in the Utah Jazz Center when they do the decibel level, and the announcer would be like, this is the loudest arena in professional sports. The decibel level is 110. Jordan's coming onto the floor now. Like, it was like that level of loud. Like, he could have been in that stadium, anywhere in that stadium, and everyone in that arena would have heard him. Like, that's how loud he was, dude. It was ridiculous. You couldn't even hear the waitress asking for your order. Like, she'd be standing right there talking to you loudly because this jerk is screaming his head off, and you'd be looking at her like, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Like, that's how bad it was, and it was nonstop. It was like a 3-yard gain, and this guy lost his shit. He lost his damn mind over 3 yards from, like, Orleans Darkwa or whoever had the ball. I don't know.
Dude, like, I'm pretty bad when I watch my sports teams play, but like, I can't even imagine.
By himself.
Is that bad in public? No,
I'm pretty bad in public. I'm not like everybody looks at me and like, what is this freak doing? It's more like, all right, this guy really kind of gives a shit. Like, calm down a little bit, but other than that,
he's a little too emotionally invested.
Yeah, right. Like that's just kind of how I am when I watch sports. But like, no one's ever come up ever said anything like anything like what Pete and all of these people were thinking. I've never even had that possibility of that happening. Like, I can't even imagine being that loud at a game.
It was horrible.
Like I think it's also partly because like I would just get tired from yelling after like the first hour.
That's the other thing is like, how did this guy have the vocal cords to achieve this level of
lung capacity necessary to achieve said goal is ridiculous.
Right. Right. And he was there the week before, too. And come to think of it, he was just as loud the week before. But I only got there, like, at the very end of the Giants game, so I was only there for, like, a play the week before,
Does this guy have friends? Like, I'm confused.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure no.
Based on what I've described, Alex, what would your assessment be? Do you think he does? I'm guessing
pretty
no.
sure no.
You guys should all go up. If he's at the bar again on Sunday, you guys have to just go up and ask him if he has friends.
You know what I want to happen? I want the whole bar to show up in OBJ jerseys. Like, how funny would that be? Because he wears the same OBJ jersey every week. That's what I want.
You know what? Like,
or like Dallas jerseys, because that would be equally funny.
So I live in the Northeast. And there's a bar I used to go to watch the games, and there were these Rams fans. There was this one Rams fan in particular, and it's like he was so out of place. It's the exact same thing as this guy, as your story, right? It would be like a 3-yard tumble forward for a first down, and he'd go ape shit and just scream. But at first, I was like, oh, cool, like it's a Rams fan, nobody knows you, like you're here, whatever, just be cool. But then he just kept doing it, and I'm like, okay, dude, like, if you just cheered for your team, like, cool. I feel great that you like a team and you're here watching them. Awesome, follow them, cool. But don't do it and piss everybody off around you at this. Like, just cheer for your team and that's it.
Cheer for your team.
Cheer for the big plays. Big
drink a beer.
Big stop. I'm all for it.
Exactly. That's exactly the thing.
And you gain 3 yards? No thanks.
You are so dead on. You are so dead on.
Pete, can you get like a collection pot? Like, I'm Jewish, so I don't really know what, but a collection pot, like...
You're Jewish, so you don't know what a collection pot is? Like,
I know what it is, but, like, I don't...
Precludes you from understanding what a collection pot is?
I hide gold under my bed, so, like, I don't really understand the concept.
All right. You learn something new every day.
Pass the collection pot with a note saying, put money in this, and as many beers as we can buy with this collection pot, we will pour on this fan next time he comes in the game when the game's over. And then just have like a waitress or somebody just come up behind him and just pitchers upon pitchers of beer.
That's the other thing is he's like
completely do that.
He's completely bald too, so like it wouldn't soak in. It would just drip all over him. This poor guy, he's probably like the nicest guy in the world. He just can't contain his giant fandom, you know? He probably like.
I hope he's one of our viewers.
That'd be great. That'd be great. If he is one of our viewers, come up to me and say hi, and I'll buy you a beer. Just don't be so damn loud.
Just settle down. All right. We're going off the rails a bit too much. I think that's going to end it for us this week.
We're already done.
Yeah, are we still broadcasting? I was talking about
we're still broadcasting, guys.
All right.
We're still broadcasting, so sorry to take
quality
up everybody's
professional
time.
Analysis right here.
Still had 18 people watching, so to those 18 people, thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, please comment, hit us up on Twitter, let us know, click the thumbs up video, click show more in the description, and join the Listener League, $2, 100-man tournament, top 5 payout. To answer Alex's question from, no, I can't even make it a top 10 payout, so top 5 is it. After top 5, you make it a 50-50. So
Nikola Mirotic only had 2 points tonight.
Oh no.
Nico, but we're gonna.
His beard wasn't worth 10.
Nicola.
All right, thank you guys very much for at Alex Hanowitz and at P. Kerrigan, at MN Milano. Good luck this weekend, and we'll catch you next time. Deuces.